welcome to Intro-Extro podcast. I will be your co-host. My name's Ego.
Just Kevin. Just Kevin today.
It's just Kevin today?
It's just Kevin today.
It's not Big Sexy. It's not the Pleasure Eater. It's not Big Kev. Nothing?
Nah, not today.
Shocking. Shocker.
Not today.
Of all the episodes, this year finally decided not to go for nickname today. All right, I'm all for it. So, Kevin.
Yo.
Anything interesting happened this past weekend? Because if you don't want to say, I will say.
This past week.
Weekend.
Oh, weekend? Yeah, we had a good time for my birthday with fam. Went to go see some comedians. That was pretty dope. I don't know. How about, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Nah, I mean, I found the whole topic interesting with what you did with the comedian. I just wanted you to go over it a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was pretty dope. So, basically, like,
give us the context, because I thought it was dope as hell.
Context of it is, so it's like a pop-up comedy, right? So first I thought it was a scam, legit. Like I seen it there. I thought it was a scam. I'm like, $25. This sounds too
good to be true.
Too good to be true. And then once I purchased it, you don't find out the location until the day of, and you don't know who the comedians are until you show up. So I'm like, they could easily just take my money right now and just dip, just run.
I mean, I like the concept. Yeah. It's like a blind date.
I think it was dope, exactly, it's like a blind date. And it's BYOB/BYOF, bring your own food. So that was pretty dope.
BYOW.
What is the W?
Bring your own weed.
I mean, nah. Maybe if it was outdoors, it would have been that, but nah. So the day of, I'm like, oh, I'm scared. I'm like, shit, this is gonna be a scam. Like, I have a strong feeling. I'm just cautious like that.
Of course.
I'm just a cautious guy like that.
Like the cautious hero.
Exactly, like the cautious hero. And the day of, finally 8 a.m., I get an email saying the spot. I'm like, oh shit, it's not a fucking scam.
It's actually legit.
It's actually a real fucking thing. We show up. It's dope. It's like in this like archery. It's almost like in this like kind of like a warehouse. Yep. Where they had this big garage open. From outside you could see people inside playing like or shooting like bow and arrows. Yeah. It's the kid friendly ones with the little cushion in front of it. Shooting bow and arrows and stuff. I'm like, where is this place gonna be? Like, they literally stole my money and sent me to a fucking random ass archery spot
with all white people.
Yeah, with all these fucking people.
It's like, is somebody gonna shoot me? Yeah, just fucking. What's going on?
Anyways, we got inside. They were like, "Oh, let me see your reservation." I'm like, "Okay, boom." And then when we finally checked in, we sat down. They took us to the back. They had like everything already set up. I'm like, "Oh shit, this is fucking dope!" Like, everybody got their drinks. Everybody's just chilling. I'm like, this is looking like a good vibe. Yeah. And then, we sat down. Comedians came out. Some of them are whack, but there was like this one dude. He was like a chubby dude, a fat dude. Yo, he was hilarious, bro. He killed it. He was not afraid of just roasting on himself, which I love. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Is it me, or do you realize, not all the time, but a lot of fat people who are comedians are usually hilarious as hell?
It's because, guess what? Like, when you're a bigger dude, you need something to stand out, bro.
Facts.
Like, you need to be funny. Them dudes, they're not funny for the sport. I mean, they're not funny for the career. They're funny for
they have
to live their life, to make a stand in society.
You can think about it. You're a walking joke, pretty much, and you have to be able to take the jokes.
That's what I'm saying.
Get back at people too.
And going into it, I was kind of nervous because I feel like sometimes going to like comedy shows, you feel like a little pressured to not be the fucking weird one sitting on the side, just like you want to contribute, you want to laugh, and that dude, like, he killed it the whole time. Like, he was just constantly roasting himself. He was just good, bro. He was good. He said a joke like that. He said a joke where he wants to do skydiving, but he said he doesn't want to cause he said he doesn't want to cause a catastrophic disaster by creating a meteorite. I was like, yo, That shit was funny. I was like, thank you. I appreciate that shit.
Man, gonna have a meteor impact.
Yeah, he was like, I don't want to be the second coming since the dinosaurs, like something like that. That shit was funny. I was like, bro,
he was funny as hell. Ice Age, bro.
He was funny. A couple of them was funny.
Yo, this man really said he's gonna cause it.
Yeah, a couple of them was funny, but he was the one that kind of really stood out. But it was a dope night, you know. We brought our drinks. Some freaking girl spilled her tequila on my shoe, but it's all good. It's all fucking good. Sloppy people, but it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, that was dope. Then we ate some fried chicken after that shit, so it was fire.
I mean, since you said the whole tequila in the shoes thing,
it
automatically makes me want to go into story time.
Wagwan.
Bro, story time. This literally the first day of 7th grade. Walked in, had my fresh white forces on, you know.
Yeah.
Had some acid wash jeans, had a white tee on.
As
you can see, I always have a white tee on. Like, that's my go-to. But, bro, first day of school, walking down the hallway, and some kid steps on my white forces.
Damn.
Bro.
That's gotta be the fucking worst.
Bro, I literally stopped, and I confronted him. It was a big white boy. And he wasn't fearful. He confronted me, too. And we were literally just standing there in the hallway, head-to-head and stuff. Basically about to fight.
He said, fuck your forces.
Bro!
Fuck your forces.
He might as well have said, fuck my forces. He was in 8th grade, and he was not backing down. This nigga didn't even want to say my bad or nothing. That's what pissed me off. Like,
see, that's annoying,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. Like, bro, I just bought these white forces, and he's going to just step on it. Accident or not, say my bad.
Yo, facts. It could have been resolved right there.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This man didn't want to. The first day of 7th grade, I'm looking like this rowdy person. Like, I like to fight because somebody stepped on my shoes.
Yeah.
But we were about to fight, like squaring up and everything. And then come to find out we have mutual friends who got in the middle of us to stop
Save
this.
the fucking day, yo. That's why it's good to make friends, bro.
I don't know if his ass was saved or my ass was saved, but my shoes weren't saved.
In general, your clothes would have gotten messed up if you got into a fight.
I was at that point. My shoes were already stepped on. If anything else got messed up, cool. I would have taken it. As long as I beat his ass.
Bro, those moments when, like, you collide with somebody, whether it's, like, you guys bump into each other or whatever, it's all good until that person does just the most ignorant shit. Like, they look at you like, what are you going to do? Oh, my God. Like, you got to take it.
Facts.
You got to. So, what am I supposed to do? I'm going to back down and look like a pussy?
Oh, hell
like,
no, I'm never going back down. And here's the funny thing. What makes us men? Later on, we became boys.
That's so funny how it works. That's so funny how that works.
To be honest with you, a lot of my boys, our relationship started out in the negative.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I had beef with you at first.
Yeah.
Because you was in that little gang thing. I had beef with Romario
You like
first.
that. As men, we always like...
Legit.
We're always, like, when you first meet guys, it's never like, hey, what's up? Usually, especially as a youngin', it's never like...
Unless
hey,
you're introduced by your other boys and stuff. But if you meet them, like, mutually and stuff, like, a lot of times, I don't know, unless you have something in common...
Yeah.
It's not really just, you're not going to hit it off like that.
Yeah, man.
So I bump heads with a lot of people I call my brothers to this day. Like, before me and Mamu were friends, we were bumping heads and stuff. Like, it's crazy. But that's story time. Just a little segment from my life where, unlike him getting tequila spit on my shoes, I had somebody step on my shoes. And I thought I was going to fight on the first day of 7th grade. I didn't, though.
Yeah, but
I'm a peaceful person.
I'm not gonna hold it to it. It's whatever, you know. It's tequila on my shoe. I knew what it was when I stepped out the house, so I don't leave the house, bro. That's why I stay home.
I didn't know where I was going.
That's why I don't leave the house.
He was like, "Yeah, let's just don't leave the house. It won't happen."
That's really it. Like, it's safer inside.
It just won't happen.
Exactly.
Sheesh. I mean, besides that happened this weekend.
Oh yeah, we went to go see the Spider-Man movie.
Dun dun dun.
Which you fucking love that shit,
bro.
I loved it, but you loved it.
I loved it to the point where it made me hate it.
Why did it make you hate it? I understand the feeling. I want to hear yours.
So, quick spoiler warning: if you haven't watched Spider-Man Across the multiverse. You know, you could skip right now, skip ahead. But besides that, I'm gonna start. What pissed me? First of all, the whole movie spectacular, visuals amazing, story amazing. Like I felt the pace was great. Other people did not feel the pace was great.
Yeah.
I felt the pace was great and it was long.
Have you seen critics on the movie? Like any critics speak on the movie?
Yeah, and the only real critiques was the length.
Yeah.
And the way it ended.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a critique about the length because, like I said, I love the length. I
the
barely
pace
didn't even realize it was over 2 hours.
I thought the pace was really good too.
Facts. And what pissed me off, which it didn't piss off a lot of people because they knew it was a part 2. Yeah. I had no idea this was a part. This was a part one. We had to wait for a part 2. Yeah. So when it literally cut at the end, like to be continued, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was so into this movie. Like everything about this movie, I enjoyed. I love how they continue from the first one, and like instead of just showing him the same, but just a whole different setting, he actually grew. Yeah, I found that so dope. His character grew up, and like you could visually see the difference between the first movie and the second movie. Miles ain't a little boy no more.
Miles is not a little boy. That man grew up. He had the shoulders like all, you know what I'm saying, broad shoulders. His face, bone structure, he was looking like a man. He was looking like Spider-Man. Like, legit.
Spider-Man. He wasn't Spider-Boy no more.
But it was dope. Like you said, the visuals was dope. I thought it was like, to me, the movie was art. Like especially when what's Spider-Girl's like real name in the movie? Gwen. So when we was in Gwen's universe, like that shit was just. I love how every universe had its own like visual like aspect
art,
of
like
it,
its own art, animation style.
And for a while, I kind of forgot that she was in a different universe. But I'm like, why is the background so like vibrant? Like every like different scene she's in, it just looks. Hold on.
Well, he's obviously gonna finish his thought, but like you were saying, every scene she's in, it's visually appealing to the eyes. It's just spectacular. Her universe, it has a whole lot of pastel colors and stuff, and like it goes off of her emotions, which I find so damn amazing. Like you could tell when she's sad, like the pastel colors in her universe, it's almost like bleeding. It's like drowning. But when she's happy, you see more brighter colors, and you see almost like a sunny atmosphere around her in her universe. And it's so dope because once she leaves her universe and, for example, goes to Miles's universe, it just does a whole complete 180 with the animation style.
I'm back. Where were we again?
You were talking about Gwen and what's so dope about her.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, how her universe had like a different style, and then we saw the Indian version of Spider-Man. He had his own style. He was just a swag. He was a swaggy kind of Spider-Man. I loved him. They need to give him his own movie because he was funny. He was light. He was just, it was dope.
And like one thing, we already said spoilers, so I don't care if you're upset. But one thing that was so dope about his universe, I don't really think you realize, he himself has not gone through any hardships like the other Spider-Man. He didn't lose any loved ones. The chief or captain was saved by Miles and stuff. His love interest, dad still there. Like all of it, it was still peachy in his universe. Yeah. Besides, the collapsing of the universe, which it seemed like they had under control. They had it under control. But literally, it seemed like he had the best of best lives. Like nothing went wrong for him.
Yeah, 100%. It's looking like Miles, because Miles, as we know, he's an anomaly, which is
supposedly.
He. What do you mean supposedly? What else would?
But no, it's saying supposedly he's an anomaly, saying like he was never ever supposed to be Spider-Man.
You think Faith is like playing a role into it?
But what I'm saying is, I'm saying supposedly because, like, obviously I watched some other clips and I went back and like some stuff I missed when we was watching the video is when the bad guy, the main villain, was basically given his
Spot.
Yeah, Spot. How the hell I forget that? When Spot was given his intro, like little introduction, how he came to be, and how he stole Spider 42 from Universe 42. You see in the little sketches, before the spider was taken, it was about to bite that universe's Miles, which we get introduced in the end to Prowler, which is also Miles.
Yeah.
But that just shows that Miles was supposed to be a Spider-Man.
Wow.
So I can't necessarily.
In a different universe.
That's what I'm saying. I can't necessarily call him an anomaly if he was still supposed to be Spider-Man elsewhere. You feel me?
Yeah. Why? Well, it's half and half. Well, he was supposed to be Spider-Man in World 42, Universe 42 or whatever. That Miles
was supposed to be Spider-Man.
Yeah, but because he didn't steal it. Well, he basically Spot basically brought that
spider.
radioactive spider into this universe.
It escaped.
It bit like the Miles that we know right now. So that kind of created like a domino effect of changes in the universe. You know, like the Spider-Man and that actual universe and Miles that we know of that Spider-Man actually passing away, which you said you think it has to do with because there can't be two Spider-Mans in one universe, which makes a lot of sense.
And like going back and just thinking, like, what's it called? Miguel had told him it was his fault that Spider-Man died.
Yeah. But we don't know, like you said. No, it makes sense.
That's
we
what
don't
I'm saying.
Really know.
Like that makes so much sense because if you watch the first one, Miguel basically said Spider-Man was supposed to bang that out, supposed to resolve that. It wasn't supposed to become bigger than it was.
Yeah.
But due to the fact that he died, which watching the movie, you seen that he was a little bit distracted in saving Miles, which if Miles had never gotten bit,
makes sense.
Miles had never gotten bit, he would have never been there. Because the main reason why Miles was there, he was seeking out Spider-Man. Yeah. Trying to get more understanding of what's going on with them and his powers and stuff. He was seeking a mentor. Yeah. And that's why he was there. Spider-Man saw him, ended up saving him, realized, oh shoot, we have the same power. And was literally telling him, I'm gonna mentor you and stuff like that before he died. Yo,
that's just a well put together movie, bro.
Dope, bro.
That's just, like you said, bro. It's just a good sequel.
It's
at this point, I don't even. You can't compare this to a lot of this bullshit that's coming out nowadays. Like,
even
this is
though
just a good
it's animated
sequel.
too, it's still fire. Like really I feel like the storyline dope.
Once they do the live action, they better do it justice, man. They have no choice but to do it
even
justice.
If they don't, I'll just go back to this animated version.
Yeah, they need to do it justice.
Like, screw this.
If the live action is successful, Spider-Man might be like one of the best franchises ever.
No, it's still, as right now, Spider-Man's one of the highest grossing
like the way they put everything together in the last live action Spider-Man movie was beautiful. How they brought back Tobey Maguire, then the Amazing Spider-Man,
that was touching.
Tom Holland. Yeah, I always fuck up that name.
Tom Holland, Andrew Garfield, and Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, that was just beautiful. I was always curious. I'm like, what are they gonna do with all these different Spider-Mans? Are they just gonna scrap like the other movies and say, no, this is the one? But like this just kind of just like, you know, it just brought everything together.
Yeah, and like if you're not a huge comic fan, you won't necessarily like, you just think they're just doing reboots.
That's
like,
what I thought.
From us fan perspective, it seems like they're just doing reboots. And most likely, like the producers and everything, they were just doing reboots.
That's what I'm thinking.
From the pure comics, you understand there's a multiverse. There's many different versions of
Somebody
Spider-Man.
came in and was like, wait a minute, there's a whole Spideyverse. Why don't we just fucking merge them shits?
Literally, like it's already in the comics.
They just saw dollars after that.
We just
after that meeting, there was like, bring this man in. We need to give him everything.
Bring in Andrew. Bring in Toby. Like, and like something I heard, Gwen's gonna get her own movie.
Live action or animated?
Animated.
I think that's gonna be dope.
I think it's gonna be dope too. And like one main thing you were talking about, I love the different universes animation styles. Like it's not the same as Miles. It's not the same as Gwen's. It's not the same as Indian Spider-Man. It's not the same as
they had
Hobie.
A little pig Spider-Man.
Bro, Hobie is my favorite character. Like
Hobie was the funk dude.
The punk rocker.
The UK roadman.
Wagwan.
Wagwan.
He was the punk rocker. Like he made that.
He's your favorite one, right?
He made that movie so much better for me. Bro. Like I would have loved that movie without him,
Yeah.
But the fact that he was just placed in the right spots, bro, it just added to the movie.
I love how you missed it. You went to the bathroom at the most, like,
I know
his best scene. You went to the bathroom.
Used the palm.
Yeah.
And then
because
I don't want to be part of. I ended up watching those clips elsewhere afterwards.
There was a moment when Miles just defies everybody, and like goes his own way, and then what's his name again?
Hobie.
And then Hobie just goes, all right, I'm not about this. Like,
yeah,
and then he just basically makes a portal, just backs up into it and leaves.
It's like,
he
take
goes,
this.
I'm out. Yeah, he just dips. I'm like, yo, that's so him.
Facts.
That's like so him. He
and
just
like,
defies
one thing you didn't realize.
The status quo.
One thing you didn't realize in the moment while watching it, when he kept ripping off little pieces of equipment. I was like,
I'm like, what is that about?
Yeah, I was so confused on why he just kept ripping apart little pieces of equipment and stuff. And then ultimately you realize it's so he can make his own watch to be able to travel across the multiverse.
Yeah.
And that's how Gwen got her watch too, because he took enough equipment where he was able to make a watch for himself. And I'm assuming he made multiple because
watches.
if you see in the end when she gets the whole gang together and stuff, they wouldn't be able to be in another universe without glitching if all of them don't have a watch.
What?
So I believe we already know he created a watch for Gwen.
Yeah.
I believe everybody else who's part of the team has a watch that he created, and we know all Spider-Men are.
They're basically
brilliant.
all scientists.
Like they're all
brilliant.
brilliant.
Yeah.
So they can all do what each other can do. So it's not far fetched to see Hobie, favorite character, ripping apart stuff, and then turns up with the watch.
You know which Spider-Man I thought was really funny? Like the scene when they brought the Lego Spider-Man. Like he was so serious too. You would think he's gonna be all comedic and shit. He just comes in and goes like, yeah. All right, I'm coming right now. Like, he's just like mad serious.
You know something that I literally had to watch a video afterwards to realize. Remember how you told me Metro Boomin was producing the soundtrack?
Yeah.
He was in the movie too. Remember the Spider-Man who was like, "You have nowhere to run," and then he ended up running away. He was like, "I'm sorry, guys. It looks like he did have somewhere to run."
I remember that. That was Metro. Yeah. I need to watch that again.
That was Metro.
Did it look like him?
Huh?
Did it look like him?
They all had masks on, but he was the one who voiced it.
Oh, he was the one who voiced it. I thought he had his appearance with a mask.
No.
Or something like that.
He had a black and white.
That's dope.
He had a black and white suit.
Yeah.
Had the full mask. He was hanging upside down.
I remember that.
Miles came.
Yes, I remember. Before he jumped out the window, the big window. Yeah.
He was like, "You have nowhere to run."
I'm sorry. He did have somewhere to run.
Bro, I was dying. But
that
come
was
find
so
out
funny, bro.
afterwards. That's Metro who voiced that. He was like, "I'm sorry, guys." Turns out he did have somewhere to run. Hilarious,
bro. This is one of those movies that I feel like if we go and rewatch it, they'll be mad like little things that we missed.
There's so many Easter.
Shit, man. Oh, how about the Prowler? Us meeting Miles in basically World 42 or Universe 42.
Bro, that makes me think. Would our Miles that we're used to be as dark as the Prowler if he hadn't gotten bit?
No, I think the only reason he ended up like that is because they didn't have a Spider-Man. Their world was in chaos because
but listen,
was missing.
No, I agree with you. But I'm thinking he possibly turned up that way because his dad...
Because his uncle.
His dad died. We're talking about 42 Miles.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's turned up that way because his dad died. What if Spider-Man, Miles had never become Spider-Man, his dad became police chief and ended up getting killed?
Yeah. Shit.
Would Miles...
I'm just peeping out right now.
That's what I'm saying. Obviously, Miles would not be Spider-Man anymore.
Damn.
Which path would Miles then take after his dad, the police chief, was killed?
Bro, it's crazy.
It just blows your mind, bro. It makes you think.
Because basically his uncle is the Prowler.
Exactly.
And if his uncle had not died,
and his dad
did die,
that's what I'm saying.
Naturally, Miles would be angry, and then his uncle would have been like, "You want to do something about it?
That's what I'm saying.
Come with me, you know."
And think about it. Like the main reason why Spider-Man and the Miles, like I'm just gonna say Miles, or if I'm talking about 42, I'll say 42 Miles. But the main reason why Miles, like, my thought just got lost. Wow. Oh no, the main reason basically why, in my opinion, main reason why Spider-Man died is because he got involved with Miles. What if Miles never ever got involved with Spider-Man? So Spider-Man would have still been alive.
Yeah.
His dad would have eventually been police chief. And if what Miguel says is true, the lore of it all, the police chief would have then died.
Wow.
Which would have left Miles without a dad and just the Prowler as his uncle. So would Miles have taken the same path as 42 Miles? Who knows?
We don't. It's looking like it, to be honest. It's looking like that the Miles in World Universe 42 took over this Miles' fate.
Possibly.
Yeah. And Miles in Universe 42, bro, that's gotta be them looking face to face, and you could see our Spider-Man, Miles that we know, and then the Miles in Earth Universe 42, looking in his eyes, and you could just see the differences.
Bro, you could
how much pain he's gone through. And then the innocence, kind of, sort of.
No, it's still innocence. Not even kind of.
In our Miles' face, it's crazy. Like,
bro, there's still innocence.
When you looked in his eyes, it looked dark.
Facts.
Like, and I like that. And I like that shit because I'm like, yeah.
Like, no, I agree with you 100%. Because I feel like Miles 42 was conditioned. Like, you see his world. He's definitely had to deal with a lot of deaths. Definitely his dad, possibly friends, and like the Miles we're used to and we're introduced to. I agree with you. He's still innocent because if he wasn't still innocent, he wouldn't be fighting every other Spider-Man to save his dad. Just one person.
100%. Yeah.
Like if he, I don't know. I feel like Miles 42 is conditioned.
Yeah, Miles 42. He's definitely been through some stuff, and I like how it kind of shows you that. Like, the different routes you take in life can definitely, the end result can be dramatic for you. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can end up being put in that position. Like, the environment that you grow up in, you know what I'm saying? You can end up being, heartless, even though you think right now you're a good person deep inside, but, like, it doesn't matter.
Nah. Exactly, bro. Like, at the drop of a hat or any misfortune, anybody who has like the purest of heart, I feel like due to being conditioned a certain way or any misfortune possibly happen, that person could change like that. Like their ideals. Yeah. Like you hear people saying all the time that's a person's villain like origin story. Like what gets the ball rolling, like or what gets you falling off in a sense. To becoming that villain.
Yeah, definitely. But the movie was fire, bro. It was definitely meant to be watched in 3D. 100%. If there was ever a movie to be watched in 3D, it's this movie.
I'm watching it in 3D this
week. When are you going back?
I'm thinking of going Thursday.
Going Thursday?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Let me know that day.
I just told you.
Alright, that day I'll see if I'll go. Alright, bro.
Such a dope.
That was a fire movie. The next one, they definitely have our money on the next one.
Oh, facts.
I think
it's coming out in March.
I knew it. When did you look it up?
No, everybody's been saying
it.
There's already reports out there. It's coming out in March of next year.
I'm like, there's no way they're going to make this movie and then for them not to be ready on the second part. Yo, if they make us wait 2 years.
I think the first one was like, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was like 5 years ago.
Really? That's crazy. It feels like it came out like last year, to be honest.
Probably, but like I said, I might be mistaken. It may have came out in 2019.
Yeah, I think I saw 2018. Let me check.
That would be 6 years ago, so it wouldn't be 2 years ago. It came out in 2018. Oh, first one was 5 years ago, and I like how this one is gonna be.
They took their
9 months.
Worth it.
9 months away. Yeah. This one's gonna be so dope, bro. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that was dope. But yeah, man.
If you haven't watched it, watch it.
Definitely recommend it. It was too fire.
Watch the first one first before watching the second one.
Oh yeah.
All right, Mr. K-pop.
K-pop. Where's K-pop coming from?
I don't know why, but I was thinking all these nicknames you make and stuff.
Oh yeah,
and K-pop is the
K-pop is not one of them. I promise you, K-pop
but
will never be one of them.
K-pop is a form of music.
All right, so the Tough Mudder, bro. I want us to talk about that. I'm not prepared for this shit.
So to give some context, K-pop and I.
K-pop.
K-pop and I are
I don't
going
claim
to,
that name.
Bro, you say mad names. Which name do you actually claim?
K Dizzle.
Now it's K Dizzle.
Yeah.
Alright, so K Dizzle and I over here, we signed up for a Tough Mudder a while ago, and that's why what he's talking about, saying he doesn't feel ready. Neither do I, but we're gonna have footage, in our next episode.
Yeah. Why? Wait. What? Why I don't feel ready is because I've been out of the gym for like a week, and I went back yesterday and today, and I feel like shit. Yo, that 1 week fucked me up being out of the gym, bro.
I've been out the gym for like 2 weeks.
For like 2 weeks, yeah. That 1 week messed me up.
See, he's been out a week. I've been out like 2 weeks, and I've been extremely lazy. Not necessarily, to be honest. It's not necessarily me trying to be lazy. I just had a whole bunch of shit that I had to figure out and shit. So that ultimately led me to missing a couple of days. And when you miss a couple of days, you're just
leads to...
It's like, it leads to laziness, and then you feel like you have to drag yourself in. So I'm basically going into this Tough Mudder without any exercise.
Bro, you're going to have to stretch or something. Stretch for like...
Obviously, I'm going to stretch.
Stretch every day until that day. That's all you can do if you're not going to hit the gym.
Nah, real talk. Because this is going to be my chill week. And then I'll just get up and I'll go.
Yeah, I heard it's pretty tough. I heard it's not even the
It's not the running.
It's not the running aspect of it. It's the 13 obstacles we have to do.
We did 13.
It's 13 obstacles.
I thought we did 10. Oh, well.
Nah, it's 13.
The
electrical wires. Oh, the hero carry. The mud crawl.
Bro, you probably have to carry me because I weigh less than you.
Shit.
How much you weigh?
I weigh right now. I probably weigh like 215.
Exactly, I weigh less than you, bro. I weigh 180.
No. You're one of them that your bones is heavy as hell.
I weigh 180. What are you talking about? My bones is heavy as hell.
Nah.
You weigh more than me. There's no way, bro.
I can hardly carry myself. I can hardly carry my own weight.
Kevin's like, this 215 pounds.
Yeah, this is heavy as hell.
Bro, I'm 180. Like, that's the easiest thing you can carry.
We'll figure that shit out. I ain't carry. I'll probably find the smallest person next to me, pick their ass up. And
any females around?
Yeah, just be like, whoop. I'm never going to ask. It's going to be a kidnapped kind of thing.
Oh, this man definitely wants to catch a lawsuit.
And then I'll say, thank you, put him back down and dip.
Harassment. Like,
at the end, she'll find me. She'll be like, oh my God, number 42. He took me. He took me.
I'm assuming you say 42 because of miles.
Yeah, that's all. That's the number that was stuck in my head.
That popped in my head.
That's the number that was stuck in my head.
But my question to you is, what are you most looking forward to in this Tough Mudder, and what are you not looking forward to? So, a 2-part question.
Yeah. All right, I'm legit, bro. I'm not looking forward to. There's a couple things. First off, I'm not looking forward to that.
Say one. You don't need to go on the whole couple.
I'm gonna just say something quick. The electrical fence or the electrical wires, because that shit is gonna be fucking painful. I heard.
Yeah, maybe.
And also just being fucking tired from the jogging, and then having to go and do the fucking obstacles. That's gonna be tough.
That's why you pace yourself.
I know. I'm gonna be like. It's gonna be looking like I'm walking, basically. Like, honestly.
All right, we're looking forward to the ending.
I'm looking forward to the ending, straight up. Let that pain fucking get washed away with joy and fulfillment.
Mine's similar to yours. Like, I am looking forward to the ending, but the main reason why is because I want to feel that sense of accomplishment. Like, I want to cross that finish line and be like, I did it, bitch. Like,
facts.
Like,
that's gonna be
my chest type
something
shit.
that not many people do, so that's gonna be fire.
Yeah. What I'm not looking forward to is having washed freaking mud out my hair.
Yeah, that's the thing about hair, bro. You got locks. You're gonna have to get in there.
Yeah.
Why don't you wear like a head cover?
Bro, if we're literally diving in mud and stuff.
Like, you know what swimmers wear?
Yeah, it's called a swim cap.
Yeah.
You really think a swim cap is fitting this These locks.
Extra large swim cap.
These luscious locks.
Just wear a big ass swim cap. It's
wonder-
better than having to fucking wash that shit because I already know you're gonna have to.
It's gonna be a pain, bro.
Might as well go straight to a salon after that. To be honest, just let them handle it.
Bro, what's it called? I have wash night once a week.
That's annoying.
Not really. Like
That's yeah.
I do it once a week, so it's not really that.
You do that whole like deep cleanse. I see people do that a lot when they put all these types of.
I do the deep
herbs.
cleanse once a month.
Or is there like a specific like shampoo you use?
Yeah, I use a specific shampoo. I can't remember the name, but it basically it's penetrates within my hair and stuff.
Because I see a lot of people. You've probably seen it too when they use like lime and.
I do the detox wash once a month. Like I don't do it more than that because I feel like it eats away at my hair. Even though I put vinegar and stuff in there. Vinegar, lime. Like I put natural products in it to get the dirt out of my hair, but that's literally once a month because I don't want to put all that stuff in my hair. And then like once a week I use natural conditioners. I can't think of the name, but my hair lady was the one who suggested it to me. Yeah. But
bro, that sounds like a lot of work.
That is the only thing I'm not looking forward to is the maintenance of my hair after the Tough Mudder. Besides that, I'm just gonna have to struggle. It's not like I'm not used to struggling and shit. My whole mindset is like, yes, I'm gonna struggle, but it's not gonna be a forever thing. It's at most gonna be like 30 minutes. 30 minutes to an hour.
What I notice is from like being active and always playing sports is like that pain goes away eventually.
Exactly.
Like if you could just endure it for a little bit, after a while you kind of get into like this
euphoric
into
feeling.
into the zone, and
literally
the pain kind of goes away. It's not like you get numb. It's just
no, you do get numb to the pain because like your mind's not on it at that point. Like you're so hyper focused on the task you're doing. That the pain's literally in the back of your mind. Afterwards, you feel it for a little bit, and then it's gone. So,
100%.
One thing I realized about life is, not everything's going to be easy. You have to suck it up every now and then, but once you get through that, you endure.
Yeah.
The end is so much more better.
Tough Mudder is going to be tough. It's going to be one of the toughest things I've ever done.
It's going to be tough.
I'm not going to lie.
I've done tough things, man.
I know you played like college ball and stuff like that.
I broke a bunch of bones and stuff.
You broke.
And I had to come. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jesus. And we're going to wrap this up real quick. Quick question. This is going to be especially towards you. I feel like I should go first though, since you're
you will. I'm going to ask this question because it hits a sore spot in my heart, but question of both of us, but you're going to be answering it first. So, K-pop.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I see you're going with K-pop. So, when in your sports career, because I do know you play sports, when in your sports career did you know it was not going past, Pop Warner, it was never going to be professional? Like, when was that realization for you?
So, that's funny. All right, my sport of choice was football. I thought I was a beast coming into high school because freshman year, I was killing it. I won some award. I thought I was going to do great things,
You got second team, didn't you?
Yeah, I was really looking forward to playing varsity and stuff like that. But then when I noticed was, man, I wasn't as dedicated as everybody else was. My grades wasn't up to par. And I was just not dedicated like I was supposed to be in order to go pro.
Did you get that?
So I think it was definitely like junior year when practicing with the other varsity kids and stuff like that, and me getting constantly yelled at by the coach. I'm like, yo, I just don't take criticism that well. Like, especially remember Cato?
That type of coaching.
Yeah,
I wouldn't necessarily say criticism because you're not bad with criticism. I feel like it's that type of coaching
was harsh. All right, thank you. It wasn't just me. Because this man, he almost gave no second chances. Like the coach that we had, he gave no second chances. I remember specifically this day I was practicing with the starters, and I was playing offensive tackle, and it was pouring rain, bro. Pouring rain, and I'm slipping all over the place.
They didn't give a damn.
And you expected me to stop a defensive end when I have no traction in my on my cleats, And I remember, I'm like, all right, I hated that moment. It just stuck with me. I hated every moment, every second of that. He's just like, get back in there, Kevin. Just get back in there. And I'm like, yo, I can't block for shit. I have no fucking traction in my feet. Legit. Like, I'm already feeling like shit because we've ran this play like 1,000 times. I can't fucking hold the block. And basically, he's like, we did it a couple times later. He's like, get out of there. You know, he kicked me out of there. He put somebody else in.
Will, bitch.
Like, that day, I was like, yo, this is really not for me. Like, I can't. Fuck this sport. Like, I love that shit, but I'm like, I just gave up. All right, but when did you realize that your sport of choice, you was just not gonna make it in? That was the end for you.
So I'm gonna break it up into a 2-part.
Yours is longer than mine.
Yeah, it is obviously longer. So I had multiple instances in my life before I came to a realization. I had false instances where I thought I came to a realization. Yeah. First of all, starting off with sophomore year, I was like, I'm going to the league. Yeah. Like,
sophomore year of college or high school?
High school.
Everybody thought they were going to the league.
Bro, it's because I was one of the best in the state. Like, bro, I don't know if you remember me sophomore year, but I was dominating, bro. Like, it was like whenever, like, every game I was getting over 100 yards. Like, I was.
Game to run it straight.
Eat a dick.
This was your guy.
Yeah. Nah, fuck that. My shoulders came down too. So I was like Derrick Henry, but I wasn't stiff arming. I was straight up trucking people. But sophomore,
yeah, we'll go with that.
Eat a dick. Anyways,
we'll go with that.
Bro, you want to keep talking? I'm gonna animate it to make it look like you're eating a dick.
Alright, go.
I am the editor, bitch.
That wasn't me. I'll put a lawsuit on you. I'll put a lawsuit.
I'm gonna do it. Yeah, just know you're gonna see something interesting. But nah, to continue, sophomore year, I was killing it, bro. I literally was like, I'm going pro. I was like, it ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about this. I'm fucking going pro. Yeah. Junior year came. I started off a little bit slow, and then I got injured. Like, I was injury prone. So I got injured junior year, and I was not having the greatest of the season as I wanted to. But it still wasn't that bad. I fell off a little bit, but senior year came, and I was determined that I was going to go off. Yeah. No. Correction. Before senior year, junior year was downfall because I quit junior year because of the coach. I had injuries and stuff, and the number one rule this dumbass coach of ours gave us was, as long as you're at the practice, we won't cut your locker. Yeah. So even if you had injuries, you gotta show up at practice. I showed up every single practice. This bitch ass, the coach we had, cut my fucking lock while I showed up at every fucking practice. Cut my lock and took all the shit out my locker. And I was still showing up to practice. Like, this man did not give a fuck. Yeah. Confronted him, it was a whole big thing where I literally almost got to blows with the coach. But I ended up walking away from the team. And I did not play football my senior year of high school. I didn't give a fuck. I was done with the coach and I was done with football. So that's when I got my first realization. Football, I'm not going to be pro. Yeah. And then fast forward. Because
I was gonna add to that real quick.
Actually, no, go ahead.
My senior year, actually, I got kicked off the team too because of my grades.
You can't say two because I quit junior year.
Yeah, you quit. All right, why I said two is because we both wasn't on a team our senior years. So that kind of brought me to the realization, like, this is not for me, man. Honestly, like, it was just not in the cards. But continue on to college.
See, I came to a realization. I was like, I don't think I'm going to go pro because I wasn't playing my senior year. The tape was not going to be anything. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going pro. And then, come college time, I was like, fuck it. I'm going to give it one last try. I'm going to see if I could walk onto the team. So this was at URI. And I was like, I'm going to see if I could walk onto the team. If I make it, then I'm going to see how far I could go. If I don't make it, at least I tried. Yeah. So I ended up making it onto the team and stuff. And the first season I was there, I was on the practice team, and I was a corner and stuff. And I didn't even start or anything, but I basically worked my way up. I was in all the practices, went from a corner, and then the next season I switched my position back to my original position, which was a running back. And I worked my way up to second. second string, and then spring came, and we had that. Everybody has a spring game, and I was finna go off. Like, I had it in my head. I was like, yo, I had the plays down pack and shit. Bro, legit, I had the plays down pack. Like, I was Gucci. I was like, I knew all my plays, all my assignments and stuff. First one I got, bro, I took the hole and I tried to cut, and what's it called? My boy on the other side of the ball literally just dove in my ankles, and like his helmet went into my ankle, and is like, I heard a little snap, and my ankle swelled up like a bitch, and I was just like, fuck. And like, you have to understand, at that point, I gotten so many damn injuries, bro.
Yeah, I know, bro.
From the time I was playing Pop Warner, from popping my hip hop plays, breaking my ankles, breaking my arms, breaking my fingers. What's it called?
Like every 2 years.
Bro, literally, like, constant sprains and all that stuff. It finally took a toll on me, and like, at that spring game, before I was even able to do anything really, I got injured. Yeah. And that's when I came to a realization / made the decision it wasn't for me no more. Like, and then I honestly walked away after that. Like, I told the coaches I appreciated them even allowed me to join the team, but it just was not for me no more. Damn. And
you think if the injuries weren't a thing when he was 100% healthy, what do you think your chances was to going to a bigger school?
I honestly, if not the league, I would have been like the XFL or something. Like, fuck out of here. Like, CFL. Like, honestly, if
I think you would have, bro. You always had that athleticism.
If I did not have injuries, like, I swear to G, I would have gone to a bigger school, and football probably would have continued for me. But unfortunately, everything is God's plan. There's nothing much I can say about it. I got all these damn injuries, and I am here on the Intro-Extro podcast. Welcome.
Hey, bro, everything happens for a reason.
It does.
When this takes off, we'll look back at that and laugh, even though.
And then we'll start our own league. We'll start our own football league called the Intro-Extro League.
Hopefully. You never know. But all right, man. I think we're going to wrap it up, right?
Yeah. I think so.
Be good. All right. Thank y'all for joining us. See you next time on the Introvert-Extrovert podcast. Peace.
I am Ego.
I am Sexy Kev.